Hi, my name's David Thomas, and I'm delighted to tell you about my new ebook, which I've called 4 Critical Success Factors to Win in China. And I hope you'll download it via the link below and take a look. Now, over the last 20 years or so, while I've been working with foreign companies entering the China market, I've found that success in China really comes down to focusing on 4 key areas. And it's in those areas that you need to do your research to understand exactly what you're doing, from which you can then develop your market entry strategy and start moving forward. So let me talk you through each of these 4 areas, and of course they're well covered in the ebook that you can download. Firstly, you need to be able to establish a deep niche. Now, in a country the size of China, with over 1 billion people, with cities of 10 or 20 or even 30 million people, there's no shortage of consumers or buyers to go after in terms of your product or service. The challenge, which is what you need to focus on in your research, is to establish a deep niche. In other words, a very narrow band of people who would be appropriate for your product, and obviously the deeper that niche is, the better. Remember, you can't be all things to all people in such a big, geographically spread market. You need to be very focused, very targeted, and establish that deep niche. And the book goes into some detail about how you should do that and what you should be looking for. Secondly, you need to be able to establish and articulate a unique brand story. Now, the good news here is that although China is thousands of years old, modern China is relatively new, only for the last 20 years or so. So consumers and buyers in China are still getting used to the idea of buying foreign brands and hearing foreign stories. This gives you a really good opportunity to articulate your own story of where your product came from, your family background, your history, your story, and articulate that in a compelling way which gets their attention, shows them that you've been around for a long time, and gets them excited about the fact that you're bringing all of this to China. And you can get all that right in your brand story. Thirdly, I'm afraid you're going to need financial capacity to do business in China. You'll need to have some deep pockets here because it takes time. There's no quick fix in China. It can take 2 or 3 or 5 years before you'll start seeing the profits from the work that you're doing. So you need to have the financial capacity to go through the process of marketing, of creating awareness, promoting your brand, fulfilling on orders, putting the technology in place, and all the other things that you're going to need along the way. Most importantly, you must have stakeholder commitment behind you for this. It does take time, there will be challenges, and you need people around you that will support you and be willing to invest along the way so that you can make those decisions and invest in your marketing strategy. So financial capacity is critical, and I've seen many companies give up too early because they were finding it was getting too expensive to do business, and if they'd been able to go a little bit further, the success was just around the corner. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, you need to have cultural awareness to do business in China. Now, there are no shortcuts here. In order to be successful in China, in a culture which is very different to yours, you'll need to embrace cultural differences. You'll need to drive cultural intelligence throughout your organizations, and you'll have to make sure that you're willing and ready to do business in a foreign and different culture. Now, I've written other books on this topic, including my 3 Cups of Tea, which I think you'd find an interesting read as you navigate this process yourself. But there's really no shortcuts. Cultural awareness, cultural intelligence, and embracing cultural differences will be critical to your success in China. So there you have it. Those are my 4 critical success factors to win in China. Please take a moment to download the ebook. I hope this gives you a good framework to do your research and to start preparing to enter the China market. Please also look for some of the other ebooks I've written on similar topics, which you'll find via the links below. I hope this is helpful to you. Good luck, and if I can help in any way, please get in touch. Bye for now.